Hello, this is Max with 254 Repair. In this video we're going to replace the screen of an LG Optimus G2. This video applies to the following models: the D800, D801, D802, LS980, VS980, and pretty much any of the LG G2s, Optimus G2 that I'm aware of that exist. All of them use the same screen, and in this video we actually going to replace the screen on Optimus G2 with T-Mobile, and we are going to put a Verizon LCD on it. So go ahead and make yourself comfortable. The video lasts about 20 minutes and is from the beginning to end. We're gonna go over every single step and the tools and the adhesive that we are gonna use to perform this repair. First, we're gonna start by taking the phone apart, like taking the back cover off it. We already removed the SIM card. You're gonna need one of those tools. As you can see, they're pretty helpful to open or pretty much work on any cell phone. Certain parts of the video we're going to fast forward because they are pretty much self-explanatory. Whenever we get to a critical point, we'll stop so you can take note of those little details that might make the difference between you fixing your phone or breaking it even worse. We're going to remove every single screw that you can see on the back of your phone. All the silver ones, the little black one that is pretty much a little bit below the camera, and the ones covering the charging port. The LCD connector for this phone is on the bottom near the charging port, and the digitizer connector is on the top. At this point, we are going to fast forward the video a little bit. Like I said, there's nothing critical. We are just removing the screws. Now we're going to remove the plastic cover that goes over the logic board of the phone. Let's not forget that little black screw. We'll put it separate so we don't get it mixed up and remember where it came from. Again, you need one of those handy little tools that will help you throughout the process of getting that plastic cover off the logic board. Now we're going to remove the plastic cover of the charging port. And we are going to proceed to the charging port removal. There's the new screen, and as you can see, the digitizer connector is on the top. We're going to go ahead and remove that, unplug it. And where it gets a little bit difficult is where right there on the bottom. We are going to be really careful not to bend too much that charging port board, and we're going to remove the connectors for the LCD that are on the bottom. Be very careful when you disconnecting those antenna cables. If you break them, then you're not going to have signal once you put the phone back together. Now that we have all the connectors disconnected from the logic board, we're going to use a heat gun to apply a little bit of heat on the edges of the LCD, which is where the glue is. That will make the screen come off a lot easier than if you don't have one, yet you still are able to do it without one, because we are not interested in saving this screen at all. From here on, the only thing remaining to do is to clean up the frame, remove all adhesive, all the broken glass that might still be on the frame, and it's very important to make sure that none of that debris remains, because it can actually create pressure points on your new screen and facilitate it to break. So we're removing all that, all adhesive, and from here on we're gonna fast forward the video. It's self-explanatory, just clean it up really good. You can use this specific glue in order to glue the new screen, just don't put too much of it. If you have the adhesive strips, you can use that too. In our case, we do have the adhesive strips and we do have the glue, and we have better results with this glue if we apply it and as a little coat all around the frame. The adhesive strips tend to stick out or not be exactly the same or not fit properly. With the glue, we get exactly the amount that we need where we need it. but do not apply too much, and be very careful not to cover the camera and not to cover the proximity sensors. Any extra adhesive on the outside can be cleaned with alcohol at the end of the process, while if you're using adhesive strips and there's some sticking out or not fitting properly, you're gonna have to cut it with a really sharp knife or something like that, and even then you'll still have like maybe a pigtail sticking out. At this moment, we're going to put the new screen on the frame of the phone. Remove the last little bits of adhesive that are not where they're supposed to, and fit the new screen in. Be very careful with those flex cables. You do not want to bend them too much. You want to put them through the little slots where they belong, very, very carefully. Now we're going to connect the digitizer and then the LCD connectors. We're going to make sure they go under the charging port flex cable and under and over. Now, as you can see, we are connecting the antenna cables. Twisters may come handy at this point. And the headphone jack also needs to be properly seated on the frame of the phone. So take your time with this, and if it doesn't fit, do not force it in place. We press the power button and we see if the phone turns on, and it does. Later on in the video you're going to see that the battery's dead, so it will continue to turn off. So at the end we'll plug it into a charger so we can continue with the testing and make sure that the digitizer works the proper way. Now we're gonna place the plastic cover over the logic board, put all the screws back in place, and I'll let you watch the rest of the video. There's not too much to explain. It's just reverse the process that you did at the beginning. As I mentioned before, the battery is low, so it's having issues turning on. But as you can see, it's a T-Mobile device with a Verizon screen. A little bit confusing, but it's fully functional. And now we are going to, you just saw it turn off. So we're going to put it on a charger and test it fully charged or a little bit more charged so we can test the digitizer and make sure it responds properly. The phone is booting up right now, and Once it gets done, we will show you the digitizer working properly, going through certain functions of the phone. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to give us a like if it was useful for you. And if you are in Killeen, Copper's Cove, Harker Heights, Temple, anywhere in the Central Texas area, we are here to serve you. So give us a visit at 254repair.com. Thank you.